If you're receiving this, then you're obviously someone who's interested in discovering new options for how to design your life and lifestyle. Thanks for grabbing this course. In it, I teach you how to find your passion in life and how to convert that into a business that even I was able to implement. I'll enjoy giving you lots of free stuff. It adds value to your life and it helps advance the new success paradigm that's shifting in our age. I'll admit, I was a guy who was never successful at completing anything. I had lots of ideas, but never the motivation to see anything through. It wasn't until I discovered the things that I'm passionate about that I was able to finally create something and begin to build a functioning business online. I admit I've been totally lazy with it too. I really only put in about 20 minutes a day. The rest of the time I've just been surfing Facebook and Twitter as a distraction. I'll talk more about my two passions later in this course. Sit back, watch the video, download the PDF, or read the content here. By the time I'm finished with you, you'll have a very different perspective on what's possible with your life. It really doesn't take money to make money, not in all cases, and at least not a whole ton of it. What problem? I don't have no problem. You got the problem, man. Was that your reaction to the Course 1 heading? I hope not. Truth is, if you're like 99.99% of the people I've physically asked out there, then you do have a problem, and a big one too. Are you happy with your job? Do you make enough money? Do you even hate your job, maybe? Those 99% all told me that they would love to make a lot more money doing something they love in life. They're not happy with where they're at. The first step in freeing yourself from a boring life doing something you're just not too into is to recognize you're not happy. That's it. Realization and visualization of the other possibility is 80% of your fight. Don't beat around the bush with this one. If you get one thing out of this course, it should be this. Recognize your problem. This applies to all areas of your life as well, not just lifestyle design. Don't be one of those people, there's far too many out there, who's content with where they're at. You're selling yourself short if you do this. Frankly, I think it's just laziness. These people may not want to put in the effort to get anywhere in life. These people are usually also the ones who say, it's just not in my cards to do XYZ. It's easy to fall into this trap. Don't do it. You need to have an I can attitude, really, if you're going to make moves in this life. We all have the innate freedom to make those moves. Move. An easy way to recognize your problem is if you've had it up to here. That's where hadituptohere.com comes from. When you've finally had enough of your current situation, you've had enough being broke, enough debt, enough with some crappy job, enough, period. This is a telltale sign that you've got a problem. If you've gotten to this point, then I'm sure I don't need to be the one to convince you you've got to make some changes. You're already telling yourself. Read the chapter, What Happens When You Finally Had It Up to Here, in my book, Do What I Love. There's some great insights there for making some radical recognitions. Just learn to recognize your dissatisfaction in all the areas of your life, but particularly in your occupation. This is one area where you've likely got the most control. Believe it. Are you bored at work? Do you dread walking out the door in the morning? Are you broke? Are you just content with your situation? All of the above suck. If you said yes to any of these, then you're not living up to your full potential. With a little redesign and restructuring, you can resourcefully use your talents and interests to create more satisfaction, more stimulation, more energy, and more income. Don't try to tell me it's not possible. I did it. It's not that hard. If you're having these self-defeating thoughts, thinking this is just motivational fluff that's not going to teach you anything, then the truth is you're not going to learn anything. If you want to change your attitude and live a healthier, more positive, and more financially rewarding life, then here's another plug. Grab my book. I devote a lot of space to exercises and tools for beating inhibitions and habitual negative thinking. This is one roadblock that, if it's not busted up, will control you for the rest of your life. Don't be a slave. Especially don't be a slave to yourself. This is the biggest disappointment you face when you look back at a wasted life.